Good day, everyone. My name is Abimbola Akyode, Group Leader for Group 23. Here's our presentation for our FBA 265 assignment. Topic is Elements of Business Communication.
My name is Sonia Olaskomi, and I'm here to talk about business communication. Business communication can be defined as an exchange of information between an employee and other people outside the organization. Risks and goal also give a definition. And business communication can be defined as a system that affects change in the whole organization. There are other definitions given by scholars, and not just the two definitions I just said.
Good day, my name is Adewale Emmanuel Korede Truths, and I'm here to talk about the types or forms of business communication. One, I have the upward communication, the downward communication, I have the external communication, I have the lateral communication, and I have the telephone type of communication. First, the upward communication. In this type of communication, employees provide feedback to their managers and company leadership. That means the communication moves all the way from the employee up down to the managers. As the name implied, upward communication. Two, downward communication. It's actually self-explanatory. Downward communication means that the communication flows vertically, sending messages to the bottom of an organizational hierarchy. That means all the way from the manager down to the employee. Now we have lateral communication. What do we mean by lateral communication? This communication is done within the co-workers of an organization. That means they share informations, ideas, feelings, concern between the peers. That means between the co-workers of an organization, and they are about the same level, which is regarding their tasks. That means which is regarding the task given to them. We have the external communication. External communication have to do with the transfer of information between a company and external entities such as customers, business, and the rest. Now, telephone and teleconferencing communication. Telephone and teleconferencing communication. This type of communication is done by exchanging information among several people remotely from one particular place to another. That means this is a live exchange of information among several people remote from one another, but linked by a telecommunication system, of which we have now as Zoom, Google Meet, and the rest. So there are 5 invaluable rules for effective business communication. 1, it has to be memorable. 2, it has to be clear. 3, it has to be brief. 4, it has to be focused. 5, it has to be committed.
My name is Daniel Anulua of Victoria, and I'm talking about the importance of business communication. Business communication is an essential element in any successful business organization. Without effective communication in a business organization, the organization may encounter problems with the customers' service and also with the employees, and have issues with the productive activity in the business organization. Business organization also can make the trust in an organization to be strong between the employees and the managers. Now, what are the importance of business communication? We have 10 importance of business communication. I'll be mentioning 5. My partner will be mentioning 5. I'll start with mine, which is number 1, establishing and maintaining relationship. Business communication helps in establishing and maintaining the relationship between 2 teams in a business organization, especially between the managers and the employee, or between 2 business partners that merge together to form a business organization.
I'm Kodrisa Oluwasegun, a member of Group 23. I'm here to talk about the importance of business communication. In addition to what my partner has said, business communication helps encourage innovation. It helps encourage innovation in the sense that it helps businesses come up with ideas and plans that help promote the standard of their products and services. Number 2, business communication enhances information sharing. It helps enhance information sharing in the sense that employees are provided with the right information that they need to carry out their work in the right way. 3, business communication helps promote brand image. It helps promote brand image by providing its core values and standards to its customers as well as other stakeholders. And number 4, business communication helps promote employees' morale. It helps promote employees' morale by providing them with the right feedback and recognition as at when due. Number 5, business communication helps promote customer services. It helps promote customer services by providing accurate and timely information to the customers.
My name is Akimba Merimide, and I'll be discussing about elements in business communication process. There are various elements involved in business communication process, which are number 1, the sender. The sender is an essential element of the business communication process. The sender is the person who is trying to communicate a message. The sender wants the other person to receive and understand the message. Number 2, which is the message. It is an important element of business communication process, as it is the medium through which information is transmitted from one person to another. Number 3, which is the medium. The medium is also an important element of business communication process. It is the main channel of communication used to share information between 2 or more parties. Number 4, which is the receiver. The receiver is also an important element in the business communication process. The receiver is responsible for interpreting and understanding the messages conveyed.
My name is Okeowudi Okolopomiloa, and I'm continuing on the elements involved in business communication. The receiver. The receiver is the recipient of the message and must translate the message into thoughts, process those thoughts, and determine how to respond to the sender. The receiver is responsible for interpreting and understanding the message that is being conveyed. He is to make decisions, to take actions, and also determine how to respond to the sender appropriately. The feedback. The feedback is a process of determining if the information has been properly conveyed. It can be initiated through the sender or the receiver. The sender can inform the receiver to repeat the information or the message in order to confirm that he has been able to understand it. It can also be initiated by the receiver by paraphrasing, summarizing, reflecting the meaning. The receiver can paraphrase by reflecting back on the information in order to ensure that he understands it. He can also summarize it by giving the key points of the statement or the message in brief statement. He can reflect his feelings to show empathy on the information, and he can reflect the meaning of the message back to the sender. The context of the communication is the third. The context of the communication shows the way of taking into consideration the setting of the information or the message. It provides additional meaning to the message and makes it more understandable to the receiver of the information. It also helps in reducing the ambiguity of the message, because the message could be too enormous for the receiver to understand, but through the context of the communication, it helps the receiver to understand it easier.
My name is Abimbola, and I'm here to continue context. Context is essential for successful business communication, as it ensures that messages are well interpreted, understood, and comprehended. Context can also be provided in varieties of ways through the use of visual, audio, and written communication. Can also be provided through the use of non-verbal, that is, body language or tone of voice. Interference is an important element of business communication process because it affects the way businesses and messages are interpreted and understood. Interference can also have both positive and negative impact on communication. It can help to clarify messages, provide additional information, and strengthen understanding between communicators, or it leads to misunderstanding, conflict, and miscommunication. Additionally, if there are cultural differences between the two communicators, it is important to research and understand the culture of the communicators to ensure that businesses and messages are correctly interpreted and understood. Finally, if there are personal biases or emotional reactions, it is important to be aware of them and take steps so they do not interfere with the business or with the message.
My name is Adile Sharif. I'm here to talk about noise. Noise refers to the barriers that affect business communication. It can also be defined as the external and internal factor that disrupts the communication process. The external factors noise are the music, siren, and people talking, while the internal factors noise are the state of mind, psychological thinking, and others. Noise affects both the senders and the receiver. The senders when sending a message to the receiver, it affects it, and also the receiver when interpreting the message given by the sender. We have types of noise, which are semantic, physical, psychological, and physiological noise. We also have the barriers of noise, which are the types of noise, and proper explanation will be done on the types of noise and the barriers to an effective noise.
My name is Chungelen Victor, and I'm here to talk about types of noise that affect the efficiency of business communication. Types of noise can be categorized into four. We have the physical noise, the physiological noise, the psychological noise, and the semantic noise. Physical noise can arise when workers are talking together in the office, and this can affect the communication from either the workers or the manager. Then we have the words psychological noise. Psychological noise can arise as a form of emotional sadness, emotional disorder, heartbreak, which can affect the communication in a business. We have the semantic noise. Semantic noise arises as a result of what excessive wordings or excessive grammar that affect the communication between the workers and the manager. Then finally we have the words the physiological noise. Physiological noise arise as a result of health issues, either blindness or deafness, autism, or other impairments that affect the communication or in the business environment.
My name is Okoye Evelyn Ifechukwu. Okay, business communication is intended to help business achieve a fundamental goal through information sharing between employees as well as people outside the company. Examples of business communication: assigning tasks to employees, receiving and responding to customers' feedback, and publishing a press release are also examples of business. Now, purpose of business communication. Business communication is the process of sharing information between people within the workplace and outside a company. Effective business communication is how employees and management interact to reach organizational goals. Its purpose is to improve organizational practices and reduce errors. Now, four main types of business communication: upward communication, downward communication, lateral communication, external communication. Okay, now I can say that business communication refers to the exchange of information between people within a business organization, the goal of achieving specific objective related to business activities. Effective business communication is essential for the success of an organization. It helps to establish and maintain relationships with employees, customers, suppliers, stakeholders, and the wider community. In conclusion, business communication is the relay of messages from one employee, organization, department, or office to another. Effective business communication usually helps increasing productivity of business because it relays ideas and decisions. It also helps in solving conflict and restoring peace to an otherwise turbulent situation within a business organization. Currently, there is particular trend in business communication such that communication is moving from the old type of face-to-face to meeting to the utilization of modern technologies such as conferencing. The main point of note is that effective communication forms a part of the backbone of business operation. Thank you.